Finished a book in a day, and I am very proud about it. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sneha, and today I hope to film a reading vlog. I have tried for the past couple of months so many times to film a reading vlog, but work always gets really overwhelming and I just don't finish the reading vlog. Yeah, that's mainly the reason that I don't end up filming, and I kind of miss doing reading vlogs because I feel like I just come on here and just word vomit what I think about a book or other things. It is the 20th of November, it's around 10:15 a.m. and here's hoping that this 10,567th attempt works out. Yeah, I've had I've had a chill morning so far. I woke up kind of late, I took my time eating breakfast. I was kind of having this weird energy burst, so I ended up like playing music and just jumping around. There's no one at home, so that was fun as well. And yeah, now I want to read for some time. I actually want to start a new book because I have been trying to read Chowringhee by Shankar for the past 2 weeks. I've just not been able to get into this. I'm actually around 120 pages in, but I don't know. I'm not able to get into it, and a lot of it has to do with how work has been for the past week. So I'm not gonna blame this book too much. I hope to get back to it sometime. But I just feel like picking up a fresh book this weekend. I don't know why. Does anybody ever feel like that? I don't know. Do let me know. But I want to start a new book, and I have borrowed a new release from my library. This is The Island of Missing Trees by Elif Shafak, and I want to give this a go. Elif Shafak as an author, to me, I read The Three Daughters of Eve by her. That's the only book I've ever read of hers, and I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. So I want to give the author a kind of like a second chance. This is her latest release. Of course, she's very well known for the book 40 Rules of Love. I have that book as well, but that book is a pirated copy. I felt really bad for the boy who was selling that on the footpath in Mumbai, so I just ended up buying that. But I don't feel like reading a pirated book right now because the reading experience of a pirated book is always not very ideal. So I thought I'd start with this one. This also, I've been seeing quite a few reviews on Bookstagram, and I think a lot of people are enjoying it, so hopefully I'll have a good time with it. Hopefully at the very least better than the time I had with The Three Daughters of Eve, which I felt just took a turn to become too outrageous towards the end. I think I talked about this video in one of my first ever videos. I think the book unhaul video that I had made. I'll link that up and down below. Do check it out. It's actually 12, I think right now. It's a couple of hours later, and I was doing really well with reading. I'm actually around 75 pages into Elif Shafak's The Island of Missing Trees. I'll update you on that a little bit, but I was just, browsing on my laptop here, and I was on Goodreads because I was updating like my currently reading book. And I realized that you can now vote for the best books of 2021 on Goodreads. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, vote for the best books of 2021. If you go on the Goodreads homepage, it'll take you right to the opening round where you vote for the best books that you think are in 2021, and then there's a short list, and then I think you vote again, and then like the final ones get decided. And this is across all genres. So you have fiction, you have mystery thriller, you have historical fiction. I'm going to put up a picture up here somewhere. Best fiction opening round nominees. Let's see if I've read any of these. I can see Sally Rooney's Beautiful World. Where you not interested in that book. I made my feelings clear in a previous video. Do check that out. Wow, I don't think I've read any of these. Nope. Oh, I have read Die for Aunties by Jessie Q. Sutanto, and I actually think it's a really fun book, and that's the only book that I've read in this entire list. I do have Cloud Cuckoo Land in my TBR. I do want to read The Transition Baby. I want to read Bewilderment by Richard Powers. I read his previous novel and I enjoyed that. That's actually very similar to The Island of Missing Trees. His previous novel was called The Overstory, and it's also about nature and trees, and this book also has strong themes of that. I'll talk to you about this book in a bit, but sadly I have only one choice in best fiction, which is Dial for Aunties, and I'm gonna vote for that. Let's move on. Next is mystery and thriller. I don't think I've read any of the mystery thriller books of this year, so I might just have to skip that category. Yeah, no. Oh, I do have Harlem Shuffle by Stephen Colson Whitehead. I recently bought it last week. I have quite a few on my TBR, but I haven't read any, so I predicted, so I'm gonna skip this. But I feel like I can see Stephen King, Billy Summers on this list, and I have a strong feeling that's going to win because it's just Stephen King, and everybody picks Stephen King when they see it in a list, I think. So moving on to historical fiction, I hope to have read something here. And the answer to that, oh, I have read Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I really did not enjoy it as much, so I'm a little bit torn. I have Four Winds by Kristen Hanna on my list. Haven't read that, but yeah, haven't read any of these except for Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I didn't like that enough to think it's the best historical fiction book. So I'm gonna move on to fantasy, and fantasy as well. I don't think fantasy is anyway not my genre, so yeah, I haven't read any of these. So moving right on to romance. I am reading At Your Age, Eve Brown currently, and I am really enjoying it. I'm actually listening to it, I'm not reading it. I haven't read any others. Should I vote for it? I want to vote for it. I haven't voted for anything, so let's vote for it. It's okay. Then to science fiction, nothing, zero. I don't think I have a hope of reading science fiction. In Hail Mary, I have read Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. Wow, I've read something in science fiction, which is unusual for me. But I don't think it is the best science fiction, honestly. So I'm not gonna vote for it. So yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I've only read something in fiction and in romance, and those also in fiction I chose a book which I don't think would be the best fiction winner anyway. But yeah, maybe before the end of this year I'll read more in that circle, kind of. Anyway, that's it for now. Hello, it is 8:30 p.m. right now on 20th November. I've had a very chill day after I unsuccessfully tried to vote for the Goodreads Choice Awards. What did I do? I read some more, I ate lunch, and then I ended up having a long, lazy Saturday afternoon nap, which is just one of my favorite things in the world. And right now, after I woke up, I went to this cute little cafe which is new in the area where I live in, and yeah, I took my book along, had a grand old time, had some good food. My friend and my husband joined me later on, and continued to have a grand old time. We just got back home, so I'll insert footage of the cafe right here. So yeah, like I said, we just got back home, and I thought I'll catch you up on my thoughts on The Island of Missing Trees by Elif Shafak so far. I'm about 174 pages into this. So this is set in Cyprus and in London. So the Cyprus timeline is in the 1970s, when the region was seeing a lot of turmoil because the region was officially annexed to the British government. However, the local population was Greeks and Turkish people, and they had a lot of conflict between each other. It was Christians versus Muslims basically, and also they were against the British government as well. So there was a lot of conflict, there was a lot of violence in the area in the 1970s. There's a Greek boy and a Turkish girl who fall in love in Cyprus, and they meet in this tavern regularly. This tavern is in the disputed area, but it's like kind of like a neutral ground, because people of all nationalities and all ethnicities meet there, and they have a good time, and they leave all their memories outside. So it's kind of like a magical place in itself. The tavern has a fig tree growing through it, and this is said to, so the tavern is kind of named after the fig tree. It's called the Happy Fig, and a part of that fig tree, like a branch of it, ends up moving with this couple. Their names are Costas and Daphne, and and the other parallel timeline is how they move to London and they have a kid whose name is Ada. And yeah, Daphne passes away when Ada is a teenager, and the timeline is 1 year after she passes away. So Ada doesn't know about her family's history, about how her parents were actually kind of like these star-crossed lovers who are not supposed to be together and who went against their families to be together. But she's slowly getting to know that from her aunt, who comes to live with them in London after their mother passes away. So yeah, that's the synopsis of the book so far. What do I think about it? I think the story is written really well, because there's an element of mystery in it that is threaded throughout all the chapters that is keeping me very much engaged. I'm really enjoying the fig tree narrative as well, because the fig tree where we are in London, in the London timeline currently, it's like a very bad winter storm is about to hit, and Costas is kind of like a botanist or a naturalist or something. He feels empathy towards all plants and animals, and he takes care of them like they are people. They are people with feelings and emotions. And now I'll go back to reading for a bit. I'm not hungry at all. I ended up eating a lot, so I might just skip dinner. But yeah, see you when there's something else to do. Hi guys, it is now Sunday, 21st November, and it's around 10:30 a.m. and I woke up a little late. I had my breakfast, and I wanted to come update and finish up this vlog, because I did finish reading The Island of Missing Trees last night. So I'm just gonna dive right into my thoughts and wrap this vlog up. So it is an interesting book because of the different perspectives that it brings in from the characters and also from a nature wise, and a fig tree plays a very, very essential part in the entire novel. So there are all these very interesting facts about how trees and animals are ignored during war, but they also go through a lot of trauma. They are also equally harmed because of the consequences of human beings, because of the consequences of war. So the fig tree, talking about all of these aspects of when it was, it was first in Cyprus, and then it had to make its way to England and try to be a tree here, which is in a climate which is not what it is suitable for. That part is really interesting. I really enjoyed that. There's a very strong theme of whether subsequent generations of human beings will they be affected with trauma, with war, as much as the original generation which actually went through it. Like, does trauma also become a genetic trait? Does sadness also become a genetic trait? Does all of these psychological impacts of human-made, man-made events, does that also travel through DNA? So that was a theme which was mentioned, but I don't think it was explored in full. I would have liked the author to go and delve deeper into that, maybe mention a few more research that people are doing, just a way to inculcate it into the story, because she does do that with animal and human life, about bringing them, about talking about how actually there's a lot that we don't know about flora and fauna and how intelligent they are. Another thing is that I think Elif Shafak is really good at building the plot as such. Like she writing thoughts, I think, is her strength. I don't think writing dialogue is her strength. I think when she attempts to do dialogue, it comes off as a little contrived, especially for contemporary characters, for younger characters. I don't think she knows, I don't think she's the best dialogue writer. So that also takes away a little from the reading experience. What I did like was the historical fiction aspect of it. I really didn't know too much about Cyprus as a country and about its gory history. So, you know, everybody dreams of the Mediterranean islands being these chill, relaxing, peaceful kind of countries, but actually there was a lot of conflict in them as well. So learning about that was really interesting and very educating. So for that, I would definitely recommend this book. But yeah, there are a few things which took away from the reading experience for me, like I mentioned. Well, I think I rate this book 4 stars out of 5. Definitely enjoyed it more than Three Daughters of Eve, which just it was too outrageous towards the end. It took away the entire building, the plot building that was done prior, and the entire good work that she had done before the ending. This one, it was more subtle in its entire storytelling. There were a few aspects which ruined the storytelling for me, but overall I would say it was definitely worth a read. Definitely worth knowing more about the Greeks and the Turkish people and the British people in Cyprus. So yeah, like that, happy to have finished it in one day. Definitely bringing me, because I was kind of in a slump for the previous week. Like I mentioned, I wasn't able to read anything, so happy to have finished it. I might just move on to a different book now, but thank you so much for watching. Do like, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.